Order, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, they'd have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's the Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in minds now.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. They captured you. Oh God, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Debella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Look at him. General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Thalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this. This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Velod is still making that mead with juniper berries. Funny. When I was a boy, imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so sick.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
We need to go inside.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Yes, Papa.
Get these prisoners out of the carts. Move it!
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them! We weren't with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No! I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
Chris, AKA NAS.
What are you doing here, Redguard? You a sellsword? A sailor from Stros Mackay? Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure he remains returned to Hammerfell. Follow the captain, prisoner.
Greetings, adventurers. This is Chris, aka NAS, with new adventures in Skyrim. I hope everything's going well with you, and you're taking care of yourselves and the ones you love. I'm trying something a little new, and this is going to be a Let's Play with Chris. I've been finding it hard to get time to roleplay. With the kids in summer in full swing, it's just not always an option. Because I take a lot of time to immerse, and it's hard to navigate that with kids running around and asking for stuff all the time, I've been trying to find a way to be more productive with my time and actually put out content and not have those excuses not to. And I don't want to say excuses, but reasons. My kids and them are not excuses. They're, you know, the reasons I can stay out of Skyrim and be happy about it. This is going to be something where I can just pick up and play. Go to some point, and I don't have to worry about doing immersion, getting in character, and how the end result is. I plan on talking about mods, my experiences, going over tips, and things like that that I've experienced and learned through the game, and then just spending time talking. But with all of that out of the way, and nothing more to say, let's play. Hadvar there is my favorite. For some context, when I first played through, I played as a Stormcloak, or at least I should say I went with the Stormcloaks, simply based on the fact that my favorite color was blue.
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the Red Guard.
Ooh, the madness!
There it is again. Did you hear that?
I said...
And I want to apologize in advance. This is not going to be a pretty first playthrough, and you'll see why once we get into Helgen. Again, this is not the way I would play. This is not the way I kind of mentally go into my RP, so this is totally different for me. Well, not totally different. This is more of the way that I played the game before I cared about lore and immersion and role-playing, and was just more about min-maxing and beating the game and having fun. And I'm happy they didn't undo this, because the Universal Skyrim Special Edition patch does change some stuff. For example, in my vanilla playthrough, I used to be able to get Fandel as my follower, pay him gold to train me, and then since he was my follower, just take it back from his inventory. But now that's no longer allowed.
This way!
Jarl, what is that thing? Do the legends be true? Legends don't be true.
Yeah, get that Stormcloak. That's how I like them, extra crispy. The macadam will make you jump, jump. I need to come back and get some of this when my hands aren't tied. Juniper berry mead. And yes, you can do that. I love Hadvar here. He's my favorite. He's, not gonna lie, he's a handsome fellow. If I was into dudes, I would hook up with him. And on top of him being noble, look at this, taking care of people, taking care of you. You'll see why he's my favorite in a minute.
Quickly, follow me!
I wish you'd give me some of that armor.
What does it take to kill this monster?
I think one day I'm just going to go and run around here until I maybe die or just see what happens. I generally don't. I make a beeline towards one of the keeps.
We're escaping Hadvar.
Oh, I remember this. He's mad. He's like, not only the giants can do this, watch. Boom.
With me, prisoner. Let's go!
I think you can go find him and loot him.
Now!
Now is when you're going to start to see the ugliness. So, I don't know how many of you know this, but you can beat the crap out of the other guy, I think it's Roloff or Hadvar, as you're going through this, and level up your stuff. And again, I apologize for advance, because this is not normally how I would play, and I would normally edit stuff like this out, but this is more just to show. I'm going to maybe do a counter on the side somewhere to show how many levels I gain.
I'm going to see if I can
So,
find something.
just as you're aware, again, I apologize for the annoyance and repetition in advance, but this is a great tip for people, especially mages and melee fighters.
See if one of the. You're gonna get that armor. Give that sword a few swings too.
Alright, so
Let's keep moving. That's
get some stuff equipped. I'm eventually going to hotkey stuff. This is the interface with Sky UI where you can favorite. I'm probably going to do it later when I may end up just tossing this in a minute. I know they have steel swords sometimes. And so here we go. He's going to be bloody and crispy after this, but we're going to be nice and leveled. And every once in a while I try and stagger him like that, again, to get more time to beat him up and get more levels. This was literally the first way I played the game. Because again, at first, when I didn't know how to play it, I was like, oh, let me just hit this guy, see what happens, and nothing happened. So I kept doing it, and then got a level, and kept hitting him and kept gaining levels. I don't think I knew about the magic part until my second playthrough. It's funny now that I'm thinking about it. This may be a reason to switch. So, for example, I'm an Imperial fan. I may start doing the Stormcloak entrance just so I can beat the crap out of Roloff like this for a little bit.
If you want to die,
Get out of the way! I'm trying to burn Hadvar. I don't want to try to not get hit, not pull him. There we go. He's a good friend. Ouch, he kissed the wall right there.
let me see if I can get that door open.
I think you can, but let me see if I can level up some more of my destruction magic. No sword. All I'm really looking for is gold. And that. Ooh. Spear too, maybe. I've never used that. A lot of the weapons and gear that you will see are part of the... These are two separate mods. There's the immersive weapons and immersive armors packs. They run them separately. That's the guy's choice, but whatever works.
Let's go.
No, I missed. Not this. There we go. Falling down the stairs, my bad, Hadvar. Not my concern.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give a
Neither do I. Apparently neither do you. There we go, another level. Another one. Another one. Grab, I think there's a couple potions, and then my famous salt piles I gotta get here. I want to get in the way of Hadvar. Some potions in there I have to grab. In fact, this is... So, I mean, I'll show in a moment, but this is a great spot. If you are a caster and have a lot of patience, you can level up here. I don't know if healing will level you if you're not injured. I never thought about that, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. Sorry, we just gotta beat up Hadvar a little bit and take out this trash.
You don't have a chance.
Don't have a chance, he says. Now, if I was him and I was watching this guy take this kind of beating in front of me, I would just leave. Now, speaking about levels, you may notice that this guy's extra crispy, and I don't level up when I level. I do one of two things generally. The reason is when you go into your inventory and level up... Quick save real quick. There's that salt. When you go and level up, it will refill all of your magicka, stamina, and health. So that's kind of my oh crap button. So if I'm fighting and I see my health is low, I'll go and level up to redo my health and whatever is... If I'm out of magicka and I'm a caster, I may just want to do that and finish him. The other thing I'll do is save it for... Oh, real quick. This is what I was talking about. You could just stay here and do this with your destruction for days. But... the other thing that I will do is, for example, if I'm leveling blacksmithing, if I find a tome or maybe enchanting and I need that next level, I'll bank them because I hate getting to the point where I can do something but I don't have that point, so I bank them. I don't spend my levels right away. Let's go, Hadvar.
The torturer. So
Additionally, if you're a Stormcloak, obviously it behooves you to kill this torturer and his assistant, but I do so anyway because, again, I'm not beholden to them. I'm not doing a immersive or role-playing through, and this guy has gear I can use, and I can get points for fighting him, and his assistant too. Plus, if you go into the role-playing aspect, they're torturers. I mean, you can play that off also. And now seeing this Magicka, I want to talk briefly. This is something a lot of people, I'm surprised, don't know. There are 3 basic tiers, or I guess ways that the schools of magic work. I may mess this up briefly, and I may get pulled away while I start doing other stuff. But fire magic uses the least Magicka. It moves the middle ground and does the most damage. It just does raw damage on top of damage. Ice and frost move the slowest, but they do damage to health and drain stamina and slow the opponent. Then you have Shock Electric, which will drain health and Magicka and moves the fastest but is the weakest. I don't know what I missed in there, so I hope I got it all, but they each interact differently. So if you're going against a caster, you want to use Shock, obviously, to drain his Magicka. Hags and Hagravens are great for that. And then again, if you're fighting a warrior as a mage, you kind of want to use Frost to keep him slowed, take away his stamina, and get distance, then lay the fire on him to do that extra damage. And I always pick these just for the experience. And this is neat, so I always forget. If you listen, you can hear the click. Right there. You can get a general idea. It's not perfect, it doesn't work always, and sometimes something like the music or ambience can kill, but listen. If I can get it. Here we go. There's a lot. Oh, that was almost right off the get-go. Yep, see? I don't know if I heard that, read that, or just noticed it. But, again, I've been playing for so long, so many tips. This is another position, by the way, where you can just, again, as a mage... Well, maybe not. I thought it could. Maybe you can. I don't know. But the point is... Yeah. Oh, there we go. Again, more locks to pick. Get out of my way, Hadvar. Go, go, go. Shoo! I have locks to pick. With that said, leveling in abundance is not good. The more you level up, the higher enemies get. And with that said, if you have high enchanting, lock picking, block, and destruction, but don't use any of those, your opponents will still be stronger if your other abilities and stuff are lower. So you want to make sure you're not going too far out of your range. Again, you could be a high-level blacksmith and enchanter, but not have any combat abilities and just get wrecked in combat if the blacksmithing armor and enchantments don't do enough to keep you alive and viable. So while it's neat to go and spam daggers and stuff like that, it can cost you in the end, again, because a high-level blacksmith is not going to do good against enemies. You have to balance that with combat abilities. Or know what you're doing and be able to navigate that, but again, that's more for newer players who don't know that. This is how I encourage him, don't worry. Tough love here. Nothing but tough love. Oh, sorry about that. I slipped, Hadvar. Oh, oh, oops. Oh. Look at that. Another level. Ooh, I hope I can burn these guys. Let's see. I'm going to wait here first. I hope those archers stay there. A lot of people don't know this, but I'll show you in a minute. Let me beat up my friend for a minute. Not trying to hurt you, Stormcloaks. Now I am. I don't think I want to raise my destruction much higher than when I get out of here. I'm just doing this more to show you all that. And once you get the bow, which I will up in a moment, and you can level sneak while doing this too, by the way. And I'm, again, not sure about things like, well, you can't do alteration because you don't have any spells, but I'm not sure if spamming heal through here will level it. Yeah, look at that. Oops. Yeah, but I'm not sure if healing without damage will level your resto or not. Part of me wants to take this armor, but I'm not sure with mods I have if... Oh, wait, actually, yeah, let's do this. Yes! I'm not sure if having opposite armors will get them to attack you. Jump. Ah, I missed! No, don't die. Do I need to level? Nope. Watch those arrows, Hadvar! I got an arrow in my head. Yes, I do. That's probably from you, Hadvar. Jerk. And you took my kill. The one arrow you hit was my last one. Okay, yeah, but now we have bows and arrows, so... Just real quick, again, this is... Again, if you're playing more of a sneak stealth character, this is a good spot for something like this, for example. Let me set this up. I may start, actually, in a moment, hotkeying them, so... And there's my level up waiting. Oops, nope. There we go. I thought I had... There it is, all the way at the bottom. I am eventually going to go to heavy armor because I want to. Oh, I already did have it. Okay. My bow and arrows that I should have done when I was here the first time. Get a little sneak action, and with enough arrows and enough patience, everyone, you can level sneak and archery this way. Take myself a sip of water. Ah, the dragon was thirsty too. At least, I usually do it till I get a level. I try to keep a couple arrows on me. Let's see. Are we going to get it? Yep. We're running out. There we go. What did we get? Alright. Good enough for now. Again, with enough arrows and enough time, you could be doing that the whole time, if that's your interest. This is, and I mentioned with Fayendel's thing with the money and training, that was one of the reasons I believe stealth archers were so popular. You could just do this, then go pay Fayendel and have such a high archery level right out the get-go, regardless of any of the sneak. So that was kind of the way one of my first characters, if not my first character, played out at the beginning. Heavily archer-centric. Just, that's ridiculous. I do have a mod, more arrows in enemies or something like that. That makes more arrows visible, and for longer. You can adjust the time and number to your liking. I have it mainly for Glamic, because there's nothing as amazing as just watching him lay waste to all the people in front of him, then just be full of arrows and ice bolts and bloody messes. I love it. Should we get another level here, if I'm not mistaken? Come on, don't make this all for nothing, game. Here, let me help you hoot up. You look cold from running through the water. Here we go.
That doesn't go anywhere. I guess we'd better try this way.
Good idea. This way, right here? And again, I'm sorry for this, but it is just simple and a way for me to actually show the amount you can do with very... Again, I'm not sitting here waiting. I'm not trying to kill time or, you know, just camp here for days doing this. But it's something you can easily do. It's kind of OP. Oh. Mouthful of poison. just get through these guys. Well, I could beat him up a little bit.
What next? Giant snakes.
I wonder, can you marry Hadvar? If I ever make a female, I'm gonna have her marry Hadvar. He deserves it. We deserve each other. Look at this place. This is so great. Where am I going? Over there. Okay. Nope. There we go. I see the... Oh, okay. Hold on, I twisted my ankle on those bones, apparently. This is what you get for not being patient. Here I am telling everyone else to be patient, Hadvar, and you're saying to hurry.
Hold up.
Oh, look at this. Slow and sneak a moment later.
Might be able to sneak by.
You may want to get that looked at.
And watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this
More
boat.
arrows.
Might take him by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
Alrighty. Is that... Oh. Whoa, I've never seen that before.
Not the sneaking type, huh?
Thanks for running right in front of me. Kill this bear and leave the wolf shoot Hadvar a little bit. Can't kill a pup. You can. Nah. Ah, it was worth it. Got me a sneak level. Get rid of some magicka really quick. Ah, just in time. This is such a nice spot. I feel like Glamet could make a home here. Maybe a little too wet for him, though. Real quick. Let's get a couple more shots in. See if we can get another archery point. 3, 4, 5. Are we gonna get something? 6. This is like fishing. 7. Ah, there we go. 7 arrows and 2 swords. No, you know, I'm not done yet. We got a little bit of walking to do. Toasty!
This looks like the way out. I was starting to wonder if we'd ever make it.
Alrighty. Quick save. Well, a quick regular save. Ah, here we go. I'm actually going to pause it here to read these because, yeah, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to read it after, so a little bit of insert. For context, this is all from the mod Wintersun's Faith of Skyrim that allows you to worship gods. The way it works is once you get out of Helgen, it allows you to do this based on your race. Certain races will have access to certain gods. As a Redguard, obviously I have access to the Yokuden deities, but not the Nordic and Khajiit, etc. An Orc would have access to the, I believe, Malakath and Trinimac. Elves will have the Elvish pantheon, and so on. What it does is tells you what the god is about, the benefit that you get, and what you do to get in favor with that god, in addition to praying, which once you do this, it gives you the ability to pray. So, here we have Leki, daughter of Talpapa and goddess of swordsmanship. She is one of the most commonly worshipped Yokuden gods. Followers' power attacks ignore a percentage of opponents' armors, and her tenets bring the civil war to a conclusion, make and improve weapons, master the skill of a warrior. So as you do those tenets, progress in the Civil War, as you smith weapons and improve them, and as you progress through the warrior tree, favor with her will increase. And generally speaking, so for example, power attacks ignore the percentage of an opponent's armor. It will correlate. So the amount of armor reduced will generally correlate directly to your favor. Not pound for pound, meaning if you have 50% favor, it won't ignore 50%, but that is an example of how it will work. So once you increase your favor, their percentage of armor ignored will also increase. Morwa. Morwa is the four-armed Yokuden goddess of food and fertility, and Talpapa's favorite wife. Followers can heal yourself and others by praying And followers get devotion by being married, receiving the blessing of the lover's comfort, harvesting fruits, and eating as much food as you want. That's kind of neat. Now, again, there are different ways to utilize this. For a role-playing aspect, you could very easily take this now if this is your person. If you're doing more of a stats, min-maxing, and endgame stuff, there's no reason I would want to take this right now because I'm not married and wouldn't get benefit from it. That's what I like about mods like Winter Sun, is that they allow the ability to immerse, roleplay, or just play the game as it's meant to. You can just see which one gives you more of the power that you want and do it. Satako, the World Skin, is the goddess of everything, who creates and eats new worlds over and over. Improves the blessing of other deities, so I assume that means if you go to shrines, it increases the effects, but I'm not sure. If you fulfill your destiny by saving Tamriel, strive to raise your health, and absorb dragon souls, you'll gain her devotion. And again, similarly, I'm sure that depending on your devotion, the amount of the percentage of the improvement will probably increase. All that information is available on the site, by the way, if you want to cheat or just read the instructions. Tal Papa is the chief deity of the Yakuden pantheon. He guides the most powerful spirits to the next lifetime. Following him means your enchantments on weapons use less charges per attack. And I don't know what this is. I'm assuming something added by the mod, but if you touch the fractures scattered around Skyrim, you get devotion, in addition to creating enchanted items. And this you'll see with certain gods. Here seen, for example, is something about light armor. Malakath is about most deserving of people using two-handed weapons, so that's something you see with certain deities in this. And then the Hunding, which just sounds funny to say. The spirit of perseverance over infidels help the Red Guards make way for their people. Followers weaken the armor of opponents by staggering them, and gain devotion by slaying foes in open combat, especially those stronger than you. And those in the one-handed skill branch are most deserving of her favor. This is what I'm going to pick. So we are going to wrap it up here. This is the perfect time. I just remember the first time again, I think it was PS3 when I got it.
Looks like he's
But
gone for good this time.
This was the moment
I
when
don't think we should
Skyrim
stick around
became
to see if he
great,
comes back.
about 100 yards in and out of Helgen,
Closest
because
town from Harry's River.
I was
My
with
uncle's
Roloff,
the
because again I chose the
Sure,
Stormcloaks in my first playthrough.
It's
And I remember my
best
first
if
two
we split up.
playthroughs, because
Good
the
luck.
second playthrough I
wouldn't
went
have made it
left
without your
over
help
here
today.
once I get down. And the first playthrough, I went right straight to Riverwood. But it's right about now where you start to see the map, the compass. And again, 11, 11, 11, I had no idea what any of those were. The Standing Stones, Anissa's Cabin, Ember Shard
Listen,
Mine.
You should go to
I didn't even
Solitude
see
and
the
join up
Barrow
with the
there yet.
Imperial Legion.
Then you have
Could
Pine
really
Watch
use
over
someone
there
like you.
that I mentioned I
If
went
the
to on my
rebels have
second
themselves a
playthrough.
dragon, General Tullius is the only one
I don't
who
know
can
what's
stop
over
him.
there. Helgen's still behind me. All of Skyrim is just waiting to be explored, and it's amazing. And this is what I remember. This is the crossroads of Skyrim for me. Man, I haven't done a vanilla start in so long. And a real vanilla one with all that ugliness. So, we're going to wrap it up here. If you have any comments or suggestions, things you think I should try, do, think I did a good job, wanted to note something yourself, let me know. I'd love to read it and hear about it below. More to come. And until our next adventure, take care of yourselves and the ones you love. And until then, cheers.